Okay, so I'm going to teach you some basics on backing up. Going to pull into a spot here at the Flying J in Calgary. You'll notice that I'm coming off of this. I'm going to be parking on this side. The reason you do that is because that's your blind side. This is your not blind eye. What that means is you can roll your head out the window on this side. On that side, all you have is the mirror. And basically everything from this point back is a blind spot and you can't see anything in your mirror. So what you do is you always want to try to go in on your side. I'm going to try getting into the second spot here. You come up to it, line yourself up. If it's a dock, this is the time to really check it out, make sure there's nothing there, right? Make sure there's no debris that's going to puncture a tire or anything like that. Drive up to it. So about your fifth wheel is right at it, okay? Then you crank your wheel. So you're at about a 45, I guess. I've never thought about it. It's like gearing. I've never thought about it, so. Now what you want to do is you want to be basically straight, and then you want to have the trailer on the angle. This is where you would walk around and everything, but you put your four ways on, you put it into reverse. I'm right on top of the line, so I'll swing the trailer out just a little bit. Go back. Now I know that I can basically put my axles right up against the curb, because as I came in, I looked, made sure, where everything was. I saw there are trees back there, but they're far enough back that even with my overhang, it's not going to hit it. So you won't have any problem with that. So what I've done is there's a lot of marks out there, but basically what I've done is I've come straight out like this. At this point is when I started turning out, and I guess just over there with the spot behind the SGT is where I crank the wheel back to the left and straighten the tractor out to the line again. Now what happened is the trailer is now on that 45-degree angle. So the tractor is sitting like this and the trailer is going to be sitting like this. You got to crank the wheel back the opposite way. Alright, so in this case, because I'm doing it on the normal side, not the blind side, I have to crank it over to the right. Once the trailer gets to a certain point, I was told it was the point of no return. What that means is the trailer is at a certain angle compared to the spot and the tractor. If you go over too far, if you don't bring your tractor back in time, what's going to happen is your trailer is going to start going like this, and either nail the trailer or tractor beside you, or you're just going to get stuck because you won't be able to, if it's a tight area, you're not going to be able to turn around, right? So you got to find that spot, and it doesn't take long once you do it a few times. I know it took me a little while, and even to this day, and going back from the B trains to the 53 footers again, I know it's a little different for me, so that's why I'm glad I'm doing this video now. It kind of gives me that practice again, but you don't want to go past that point. Alright, so basically, if you look at it, your tractor and your trailer have to be at the right angle, and you got to make sure you swing it back. That's why it's always better to go slow, because you're going to be able to correct it in time. You're going to start seeing the tractor, or rather the trailer, go in the opposite direction of where you want it to go, or too far of where you want it to go. Yeah, that's basically it. Just you got to line it up, and you've got to hang your head out the window. You can't rely on your mirrors until you're straight. You know, you've always got to know where that back end is going. And the thing is, I had a comment on one of my backing videos already about how do you know where your other side is. Well, the trailer is, 8.5 feet wide, and it doesn't grow, it doesn't shrink. It's always going to be that width. If you know where this side is, you know where that side is, so you don't have to worry. And again, when you're coming up to the spot and you look at it, you're going to be able to tell, okay, my trailer should fit there. It might be tight, or, I got loads of room. I got, room to maneuver back and forth to get it lined up. Like in this spot, if I went over the line, big whoop, I'd be able to line it up again. But you've just got to take it slow, and sometimes when it's drastic, when you're almost jackknifed, well, when you're jackknifed, there's no getting it back. You got to pull forward, but it's all relative. Either quick revolutions of the steering wheel or small revolutions. It just depends on the angle of your trailer, from my experience. So with that, I'll leave you with this little clip that I just took a few minutes ago on backing this thing into the exact same spot. Now, when you're backing up and you're pretty much straight, alright? Pretty much straight doesn't mean you are. What's going to happen is over the course of a few feet to could be a couple miles, doesn't matter. You're not perfectly straight, your trailer is going to start veering. And you know what, even if it is pretty straight, the alignment on the trailer could be out. It could be leaning to the one side, so it's pulling whatever. What's going to happen is your trailer, as you're backing up, is either going to go one way or the other. So it's not a big deal. It's easy to fix, right? With that, or even when you're backing up, and the trailer's on an angle, and you're, say you parked it, you got out, you came back into the truck, and you're like, oh crap, which way do I turn the wheel? There's an easy way to figure it out. What I'll do is I'll pull up forward here a bit, and the easy way to figure it out, I'll go like this. Easy way to figure it out is, where is the trailer in my mirrors? Right now, the trailer's sitting like this, I'm sitting like this, okay? The trailer is in this mirror, not in that mirror. I can see the corner of it, but I can see the axles, I can see the whole side of the mirror on this mirror. So what you want to do is turn the wheel towards the mirror that the trailer is in, okay? So it's in this mirror, so I'm going to turn the wheel to the left. And then you'll see it pulls back in. Now I see it a little more in this mirror, so that's when you're going to turn it over to the right. Alright, now it's in this mirror, so I'll turn it to the left. And it's to the right. Eventually you're going to find pretty much center, but you go over the length of a, few hundred feet or whatever, it's going to keep going out on you. That's where, the small, when you're backing up slowly, and you do the small little maneuvers like that I did, then you're not going to get in trouble. So always remember, whatever side, or whatever mirror the trailer is in, that's the way you got to turn the wheel, because you got to remember that you've got the arctic point, your trailer is going to go opposite of where you would think in a car, right? When you drive just, your car, your four-wheeler, your bobtail, whatever, you only got that one vehicle to worry about. So when you want to back up to the left, you turn to the left. When you want to back to the right, you turn to the right. With these, you got to do it opposite. And, for the first couple of times, yeah, it'll be a little weird, but you should get the hang of it pretty quick. It doesn't take long. Just remember to always go slow. Not always go slow. I mean, once you get comfortable, and you do it a few times, or you got a lot of room to maneuver. You don't have to go at a snail's pace, obviously, but you got to be comfortable. Don't let drivers rush you. And you know what? If you're halfway through and you're really not too sure, stop it where it is, get out, and check. Because I'd rather you take 30 seconds walking to the back of your trailer than about 3 hours filling up an incident report or an accident report, or worse yet, running somebody over, or anything like that. So always take your time. And I've seen on some mirrors, on some company trucks of other companies, GOAL, goal, get out and look, because it's not worth just risking it. Here, I mean, no matter what, whenever I'm backing up, I should go out and take a look. It's just being lazy. But when it's an unfamiliar area, say I've never gone to that customer or whatever, a lot of times I'll park way away from either if I know where the dock is or, what have you. Sometimes I'll park out on the road if I can, and I'll walk over to the shipping and receiving, and as I'm walking, I'm looking at the docks, looking at the area, looking how big it is, and kind of pre-planning where I'm going to go with maneuvering. Sometimes you've got to blindside it. It really bites, but if you can, when you get your load information and you do all your trip planning and everything, if you can somehow find out, okay, it's on 5th Avenue, but if I go, up 4th Avenue, one more block, and come in at it from this side, instead of coming off it, down here and up, maybe that'll alleviate the, backing up on the blind side. So you've really just got to think about it before you get there, and as you get there, and as you're doing it. So it's really not that difficult. If you've never thought about it, or it's your first time, yeah, you're going to be crapping bricks. But I know I was really getting frustrated when I was learning. The teacher I had was a good teacher. He dealt with me. He stayed calm. You know, didn't run anything over though, simply because I took it easy. If you take it easy, you're not going to get in trouble.